All right, we got the double-sided tape, some scissors, and we're gonna try to peel back that rubber flooring in the corner and see if we can't peel it back all along here. Might flip back into place, so we'll see what happens. All right, that was successful. So now the plan is to lay some tape along the long side perimeter and then hopefully carefully roll the rubber back into place so that it sticks properly without messing up the tape placement. So it looks like this tape works. You put this piece down, sticks, and then once it's on the floor, you'll end up pulling this back, and it'll just be that transparent piece that's left on the floor. This paper white part will come off. Check it out. You can barely see it. Just a nice transparent, very thin piece of tape. Now, I'll work on pulling this other one off, and then the challenge will be flipping this back down into place and hopefully getting it exactly right the first time. Just to make a note, I didn't do any tape for about 1.5 feet here to the wall, and the same thing here from about here to the wall, just so that if I want to, I can peel back either end of the rubber roll for any reason, whether that's to put adhesive on that end segment or that end segment, or just to potentially have easy access to ripping it up and rolling it back. That all happened very fast and kind of all at once, which I was trying to avoid, but it looks like it might be okay. Guess I just have to walk on it to press the tape down into the rubber. Next, I'm going to do the other long side of this first rubber roll. So I'm going to go along here, basically parallel to the tape that I just did. I am pretty sure at this point that there's no real reason to tape the ends, though they do recommend this at Rubber Flooring Inc. But as you can see, my flooring is already so tightly packed into this room, and if I'm already doing the long ways seams, there's not much extra benefit of fussing with the short ends. wrestling an alligator. Alright, so what you just saw there was a much better technique, lowering the rolled up rubber roll from the center, and then you can control each of the ends coming down slowly and get a more precise placement the first go round. Those grippers make it a whole lot easier. And you noticed I actually brought the rubber roll a little bit forward so that after I put the tape down and then flip the rubber roll back into place, it should be just over the edge of this rubber roll right here, and then I should be able to kind of just kick it back into place so that it's precisely adjacent to it. I don't want any gap at all. And then it should be able to stick as good as possible, just because it doesn't have to make any adjustments and mess up the adhesive. It's a nice clean line that worked just how I hope it would. Previously you could kind of see a seam because there's like maybe an 1/8 or a 1/16 inch gap, but now I'm having trouble even seeing it getting close up. There, you can barely see it. It is right next to the other mat. Compare that to the other mat that I haven't done yet, and you can clearly see that seam from a ways away. I'm gonna give it a nice spray down, just get any extra dust, dirt off. Very, very minimal seam, just like the previous ones. You'll notice though that as we do each one of these, each one had a slight gap, and now that's starting to add up. You'll see we have a notable but still small gap here that's accumulated. So hopefully it doesn't turn into anything that looks too bad. Once we get all the way to the wall, there will be a little bit more of a gap, but you live and you learn. That worked. So this is why I had to do it different. Cut out there, and the garage sensor is kind of delicate there, the way it's bolted into the garage, and I don't want to damage that. So can't peel it back all the way, so weights have more than one use. Another successful mat laid down straight and tight. And you can see the gap is getting even more noticeable. So that's definitely going to leave a little bit of buffer zone here, which is too bad. But I can always put some type of spacer in there or some type of black material down underneath just to make the visual look better. The mallet proved quite useful there. My toes are getting a little sore, so it's good relief. This is probably the best one yet. I was really able to get a tight fit by having it just like half a millimeter overlapped and then stepping down on it the entire way. That just gets it as close as humanly possible. Just look at that. And here is the gap yet again. Now you can see here, I'm not completely satisfied with this gap here since it was so perfect before, but I was expecting that to happen once I saw that gap start to grow. Not the end of the world, and I can always disguise that. All right, we're finished. Lines up in the corner, nice. If I get close, you can see there is a gap. Now let's step back and look at the whole thing. Glorious. Let's take a look from here. That's nice. As close to seamless as you can get.